Hello, hello.
Hello, everyone. Great to
How are
have you
you?
all here.
How are you, Danny?
Pretty good. How's it going there, Phil?
It's awesome. Yeah, let's wait for people to join us. And while you join us, please introduce yourself. You could tell us your name in the comments, where you work, your challenges, anything you want to share. Just join the conversation.
Yes, please tell your city at least so we can meet a little bit of each other. And if you can share your company name, it would be good so we can interact, drop us a line. And that's something pretty interesting because we can, maybe meet some time to think about some examples during our conversation. So yeah, we are expecting this interaction from you all guys.
Yeah. Let's see how we are here. Yeah, I think we are ready to start.
Great.
So yeah, my name is Fernanda Donnini. I'm a product marketing manager here at Rock. I have experience working in marketing. I've been like more than 3 years working at Rock, and I live in Italy and am a dog mom. That's me.
Awesome. So I'm Daniel. I'm a data scientist here at Rock. But before talking about my professional perspective, you guys need to know that I love to watch Grey's Anatomy. So if you love, Netflix series, especially, I'm probably gonna love you as well. I have a dog, Kinda. She's my lovely daughter. She's not here at the moment, but in the future, I'm gonna introduce you guys to her. Here at Rock, I've been here for 2 years, I guess. My goal here at Rock is to address decisions with evidence, and most of the time, I have this. We're talking about data, okay? Also, I have like another perspective of my life, the academy. I'm teacher and also a researcher for the about data science for good. Basically, how can we use data to make people lives better? And that's it. Today we're gonna talk about the Google updates, and we're gonna have some discussions about the concept of high quality content as well. We prepared some special things to share, but before we start, we have to talk a little bit about the marketing backstage. This event here, the marketing backstage is held by Raw Content. It's a series of webinars that invite several marketing experts here from different teams to talk about marketing, to give you some insights, to bring you guys some highlights about the industry itself, the content field. We prepare everything with a lot of love to help you guys in your daily routines as well. Fernando, for example, is from product marketing. I'm from data. We had people from SEO, creators as well. So we are always, bringing different people to enhance the knowledge about the marketing itself. Our conversation today, folks, we're going to split our moments here into three different, paths. First of all, we have to understand about the Giga update. So Fernando is going to bring us some highlights about the discussion about the Giga update. I'm going to explain some concepts about the Giga update itself. And finally, we are going to reach the second moment where Fernando is going to discuss about how AI relates with the Giga update and the AI generated content issue about the search engine itself. And finally, we're going to introduce you guys to a new tool that might help you pass through these moments specifically. Phil?
Yes, and now, yeah, let's start by understanding a bit of the latest Google update. What actually happened, how big it is? Well, it was big. It was a major update, one of the biggest updates in the recent years. And the truth is that content is a long game. If you need to summarize all the conversation here is about that, there are no shortcuts. So Google is always reminding us of that, and it did it again with this update. So yeah, what happened was like early March, as you know, Google announced this massive update that would reduce unhelpful content by 40%. So this update started with a significant round of manual actions, including completely de-indexing websites. So yeah, this kind of freaked out a lot of people, and for a good reason. Imagine your site disappearing overnight. So yeah, this were like a big worry. And at first, it really seemed like only websites that were highly they were highly using AI. They were being penalized for that, for AI usage, especially websites that were using AI to scale and to grow fast. But and even like Originality did a study that investigated it and found that 100% of the penalized websites had posts that were generated by AI. But then we saw the AI wasn't like the only one to blame. And some websites, they really had manual actions applied to them, and they were de-indexed without using AI generated content at all. So yeah, I mean the fight seemed to be like a fight against artificial intelligence. It really quickly we understood that was not exactly that. It was a fight against low quality content. And low quality means like weak, repetitive content, and doesn't really matter if it was created by AI or any other method. So now let's understand a bit of how that happened, how exactly is Google doing that, the key changes. Let's see what happened with Dani.
Great. So this fight against low quality content that some people just thought it was about like the AI itself got like three different fields. In the first one, we're going to discuss about the pro-site SEO or the site reputation abuse. We're also going to discuss the next one, the expired domain abuse, and finally, the scale content abuse. It's not that scaling content is abuse, but the way you scale your content might be. So let's start with the first one. The site reputation. Let's imagine here that we have like an awesome domain about education that we produce, a lot of diamond level content, really great content. People love you. We have like several opportunities of, blog posts, but then we just understand that we might, among like the diamond level content, we want to monetize somehow. So between these diamonds, we want to like use some gaps to offer some stuff to our users, our visitors. It's not a problem to offer. The issue is when we offer stone level stuff to our users. What might it? What examples of that stone level content? So imagine you have, for example, an ad about casinos in the middle of all among all this diamond level. It doesn't really make sense, right? We're talking about education. Is there really a relation? You're gonna bring a lot of traffic naturally because people love your content, and definitely some people will just interact with this ad, but it's not thought about the user experience itself. Another example, for example, let's think about offering money with low interest. Yeah, it might be interesting. However, uh, what is the relation between these and the education content we are producing? So we are talking about like these opportunities, not related, but abusing the traffic you have, but not thinking about the user. The user at all. Other example, imagine we are offering, for example, drugs to help people lose weight. in the middle of education content. So you're just abusing the traffic to get some money, and you're not thinking really about the user. So when you talk about diamond level content, we always have to think about like people first experience. What is people first? We're talking about worrying about the user. Are we answering the questions users might have? Are we thinking about the page experience? Is it easy to go through my content? Is it clear, separated? Do I split my content the way it's easy to be consumed? And this tone level is when we talk about like those non-matchable content with ads. So abusing this kind of relation is going to be, pretty punished by Google. That's what they say. The next one, the expired domain issue. Let's go with another example, not education anymore. Let's talk about ice creams. So we have an awesome domain.com. We talk about ice creams. We have an awesome reputation. A lot of people love our domain, and our content's pretty great. It's 5 stars. Everyone just love us. But then we decide to sell it to a new owner. And the new owner is going to have like this awesome domain.com with all the good reputation. But instead of talking about ice creams, the new owner wants to talk about cars. And, this new owner is abusing about the reputation of this domain to talk about totally different stuff. And Google will understand it. And finally, it's going to rank you pretty low. Not 5 stars anymore. We're talking about like maybe 2 stars. So that's the second point of our discussion regarding Google Update. Finally, about scaling the content. So there is a huge difference between publishing content and publishing high quality content. Faye, can you bring us some discussions about this concept? I guess that's a huge moment of our conversation here.
Yes, this for me, this is like a real, a clear call to action for websites to really step up their game. Publishing low quality content now is useless, and it's dangerous, and it shouldn't be done at all. It's a reminder for us to focus on producing valuable content that will really meet the needs of the audience. Not taking like the easy path and just resorting to automated fast solutions that will end up compromising the quality and the relevance of our content. And when we talk about quality and Google, it's impossible not to mention EAT. EAT guidelines. So Google, it can understand what's original, what's high quality, and that's what demonstrates expertise, experience, authority, and trustworthiness. If your content aligns with EAT principles, the chances of gaining positions in the SERP are increased, and it increases a lot the likelihood of successfully navigating any future Google algorithm updates. Like the most important factor would be like building trust, and all the other factors really help in that sense. Experience, for example, when Google refers to experience, we are talking about real world, first-hand involvement in that specific subject that you're covering, what you're dealing with. So with AI content everywhere, having real human experience is becoming really more important, because AI, as much as AI can mimic human experience and can pretend or like mimic it, it doesn't really offer that genuine uniqueness of human experience, at least not yet. So experience is something human that humans bring to content. Expertise. That would be more related to the author skills and qualifications, achievements, if they are like recognized voice in their field. And yeah, again, this is like including an author page in your articles. This is about being human, having humans involved in your content production. And then expertise. This this is something again more about bringing humans to content creation. Authority, it's more about like the authority of the content creator or the website. It's something like, is your website the go-to source for that specific knowledge? Think about, for example, like Financial Times for financial news. That's the go-to source, or ESPN for sports news. And if you think about it, these are like big brands with high authority. But if you think about these websites, they all have like backlinks from other high authority sites. They have authors with strong personal brands, with strong digital profiles. And they have, if you look at their website architecture, they are covering the topics that they cover. They are covering really with a lot of detail, covering all aspects of a certain topic with a really strong content architecture. Now, finally, trustworthiness. That might be the most important thing, and it's Google consider your site to be trustworthy if it demonstrates experience, expertise, and authority. But it also includes some technical aspects, things like using SSL, HTTP, like security. Measurements for e-commerce are important. Having precise content information, support channels, updating your content regularly, getting real testimonials and reviews on your website. So these are all aspects of it, and it mostly comes from human experience in your content creation. And this is where the March 2024 core update intersects with this discussion of AI generated content. When you look at AI and creating content with AI, what we're doing is getting AI some inputs, getting AI content brief or some context about what we want to create, and then having AI creating that. And if you create just like one content and you get that content and you're able to bring your unique voice or bring your perspective to it, to the content using AI as a tool, there's really no problem at all with creating content with AI, because you're bringing the human perspective to it. You are being the author of the content, you are being the pilot and driving the content creation using AI as a tool. Now, the scale content abuse, it's really about mass producing content, like regurgitating like the internet with shallow, low quality content. That it's something that's not bringing anything new to the conversation. It's just, more of the same. AI gets this data and creates more of the same. You don't supervise that content, you don't edit afterwards. There's no human oversight or curation. So yeah, that's the real problem. That's considered spam, and that's how AI generated content was affected by the Google.
And Fernanda, outside that, also, it's easy to be done with AI, but if we hire people to do the same, it would be the low quality the same way. It would be expensive, definitely. The AI is pretty easy to do this, but it just, bring us to think about this, the topic you just brought. It's not about the AI itself, it's about the quality, right?
Yes, exactly. Quality, and it doesn't matter if it's AI content or human. Low quality content can exist in both content creation processes, independently of how you create the content. Now let's look at that from a deeper perspective with Dani, how AI and Google really work. And let's deepen that conversation about the problem with AI content.
Awesome. So, this is a main takeaway of our conversation. Don't take AI as, the monster of Google. Think about what you are actually delivering. It's not about like delivering 200 blog posts in 5 minutes. It's about like delivering one in 1 week that is really useful and it's helping people. If you can deliver this discussion is pretty good because if you can deliver something with AI that's gonna really help a lot of people, that's okay. But it's not that easy to do this with AI, and we're gonna discuss this next. AI is pretty good. This is like the brains, the AI engine. So AI is really good when it receives an input on the left side, all the training data and stuff. AI really do a great job when the AI rephrase what is already told, and that's an issue. This is a spam. If you tell the same story with different words, oh yeah, it's a different piece of paper. Definitely, I agree, but it's not contributing to this community somehow. You're just telling in other words, in other language, and that's exactly what the search engine we're discussing, the Google, is trying to bring to the table. So the main value of this is we can use AI, to do some stuff, but the human factor really helps us in this specific moment. These little stars we're just addressing in the output is what we talk about. What is the new contribution of this content? If you tell, for example, the story of a country, the US. If you use AI for this, it's going to do a great job, but that's not something new. If we bring another discussion, for example, how it relates with the technology nowadays, with the social media, this is something that it's probably new or somehow new, and we are talking about the human factor, bringing new discussions, bringing new perspectives, and you might always think about, okay, these little stars, I want to add to my content that's going to make it different, and the search engine is going to be really be happy with this. What is these, yellow stars that I can put in the human factor? So the next one, please, Faye. We are talking about expert-driven content. Basically, we are trying to address that people that really understand about a specific topic can enhance a piece of content somehow the AI cannot do, and this is what search engines are looking for. If you can just bring us a little bit more about how we can add this human factor pillar, the expert-driven content, into our viewers' lives, it would be awesome.
yes, let's bring some hacks and tools to help you through this moment. I mean, how can we act towards this update? And at Raw Content, we've been closely monitoring every change, from the emergence of new AI tools to Google updates and studying user behavior, what actually defines quality content. We've been running tests and learning a lot to ensure that our clients are achieving sustainable growth. And now I'll be sharing you some key findings from our research, and also some practical tips to help you stay ahead in this dynamic SEO world changing, and being navigating this changing without without any risk, without running into any risks. And as Daniel mentioned, create expert-driven content is one of the strategies we've been advocating since more than a year ago to our clients, and it's one of our methodologies to achieve high quality content results. And expert-driven content is really content that is created using user interviews, and by user I mean really subject matter experts. And by that I mean it could be like a doctor, a lawyer, or it could be a student. It doesn't. They really. What happens is it's something that it's related to what kind of content we are creating, and it's experts in that specific topic. And when we dive into these interviews, we are able to really get original and authentic human generated perspectives. And this is like the first-hand knowledge that will differentiate our content in the search engine results. If you are creating content by getting like the top 5 results and mixing everything that they are doing and create the same stuff they are creating, you're not bringing anything new or original to the content game. You're just acting like an AI, but maybe worse than an AI. So don't do that. You really need to bring humans to the stage and get human-centric content to be able to differentiate and create original and new authentic content these days. So include quotes from these experts, include data if you're doing like a specific research with them, include anything from these experts in your content, and that's going to bring you better results in the SERP. And please don't just trust my word for it. When you look at the results, and this graph clearly shows that the yellow line are clients that have experienced consistent growth because they have adopted expert-driven content, and they kept creating this kind of content consistently. It's a central part of their content strategy. And you see that they are really experience consistent growth month after month, year after year. Now, if you look at the blue line, these are clients that sometimes they created 1 or 2 contents that were expert driven, but they didn't adopted it as a central part of their strategy, and they're kind of experience stagnation. They have fluctuations, but they are not growing consistently. And finally, the red line are clients that just prefer to stick to the traditional SEO tactics and didn't introduce any kind of expert-driven content in their strategies. And you can see that this is not enough anymore today. They are experiencing some traffic decline. And that's data for you. I mean, that's real data. So expert-driven content can really generate strong results, and it doesn't take a long time to achieve some of these results. In just 3 months, we generated a lot of impact in this other client example, with a great increase in click-through rate and also in search positions. So that's it, and didn't take more than 3 months to achieve that. That's if you need help, generating expert-driven content, you can reach out to us, or you can just take this methodology and implement in your team to see the results for yourself. Now, humanizing AI content, I mean, for some companies, they have adopted AI and they are happy about it. It's part of their content production strategies. But as we've seen, it's kind of not safe in a way if it's unsupervised. So to reduce the risk of an AI-generated content strategy, you really need to think about how you can humanize this. There's no problem in having AI as part of the process of content creation, if it's supervised, if it's closely supervised and edited, and AI is used as a tool and not the driver of the content you're creating. So how can you reduce the risk of AI generated content? Well, there's a lot of ways to do that. It always involves human supervision. You should fact check your content. We all have seen how AI tends to hallucinate and imagine things that are not there and create facts that are not true. And the credibility of your brand is at high risk if you trust AI alone with the facts that you see in your content. You need humans to fact check that. You need to understand if the AI generated content that you're creating is also matching your brand, your voice accurately, and it's not dissonant of your existing content. And also it's important to give that human voice to your content. Highlight some human individual voices, their quotes, testimonials, anything that can bring more authenticity to your content, and will give more like a human face to your content. Finally, be transparent. I mean, one thing that we do here at Rock, and it works really well, it's sharing some of the behind the scenes of our processes, our challenges. We show like the human side of how we do things here. And transparency builds trust, and it also can help your audience with your expertise in your field. By sharing your expertise in your field, you can build that credibility with your audience. Show empathy. That's a real, like, show human emotions, connect, bring like human emotions to your copy, to your content. This is very human, and it's a way to connect with your audience by bringing the emotion to the copy, by understanding their challenges, by understanding their frustrations, their emotions, and offering your solution there. Also, like conversational language, like having a more friendly approach to the tone. When you look at AI, the copy usually is very cold. It lacks a bit of human voice, how we usually write. It's a bit too direct, maybe. And yeah, it's more technical in a way. It creates a distance with the readers. And finally, incorporating examples of your real life experience is really important. When you incorporate examples of real life, you create that connection with users. They can relate to the examples that you're mentioning in your copy. So yeah, that's a lot of. I'm tired of just describing all of this. It's a lot of work. So it seems a lot of work, and it's a lot of work actually. Editing AI generated content sometimes it's more difficult than creating content by itself, depending on the process that you generate your content. So yeah, you can always rely on hiring a specialized human editor. If you don't have one in-house, you can rely on a freelancer platform, a marketplace like WriterAccess, where we have vetted freelancers, professional freelancers trained in editing AI content. Actually, the WriterAccess Humanizer, it's our new service that is offering exactly that. It has a fast turnaround, it's affordable, and you can have the peace of mind of having your AI generated content checked for brand adherence and fact checking for building trust with your audience. And yeah, that's all. I think. Well, we will be sharing the link uh, to the humanizer. You can contact us to learn more about it and understand how it works. And yeah, I mean, if you can't have it edited in house, you should outsource it somewhere. You should edit your AI generated.
Some takeaways, Fê, I just like to enhance here is AI is not a monster. However, not always it's not going to deliver value to the user, to the visitor in an easy way. The humanizer will try to make sure it becomes a diamond level content, so we can help with this, and we have like several talents to specialize it in taking this piece of content and bringing value, the stars we discussed it, right? So by doing this, we just expect Google we also recognize as a people first content. That what the Google update just brought us, right, Faith?
Yes, that's the way.
Awesome.
So yeah, we really want to thank everyone that was here with us today. You'll be receiving if you subscribe to the link that we shared in the comments. You'll be receiving the recording of the session, as well as this presentation PowerPoint with the links that we are seeing in the screen now. So 2 months of free WriterAccess platform for you. More information about Humanizer, WriterAccess Humanizer, and a link to our blog post that will cover the Google update in depth. So yeah, that seems like nice stuff to get in your email. So please subscribe if you haven't. Click the link.
And that does LinkedIn. You guys got our information. If you want to drop us a line, if you have any questions, please reach out. It's going to be a pleasure to talk to you all.
Yes.
That's all.
That's all today. Thank you, guys.
Bye, guys. See you all.